Darren, Nick here. I just got back from Hong Kong. The conference went really well. I was very happy with how it all progressed. All the prep work really did pay off and the session went really well. And I must say that, as you're probably aware, that really works. I certainly wouldn't have been able to do this a couple of years ago without all your assistance, so thanks again.
Forgetting what it is you've got to say is every speaker's greatest fear. And that's exactly what happened to Rick Perry in the recent presidential candidates debate for the Republican Party. If you haven't seen the footage, here it is. We'll come back and have a quick chat about it. Here it is.
It balances the budget in 2020. It does the things to the regulatory climate that has to happen. And I will tell you, it's 3 agencies of government when I get there that are gone. Commerce, education, and the, what's the third one there? Let's see.
You need 5.
Oh, 5. Okay. So commerce, education, and the
EPA?
EPA. There you go. No, okay.
Let's talk deposition.
Seriously? Is EPA the one you were talking about? Or?
No, sir. No, sir. We were talking about the agencies of government. EPA needs to be rebuilt. There's no doubt about that.
But you can't name the third one?
The third agency of government,
yeah.
I would do away with the education, the commerce, and let's see. I can't. The third one I can't. Sorry. Oops.
What about?
Oops. It's never any fun to be in that position. Whilst there's no surefire way to ensure that you never go blank, there are 3 techniques you can use to ensure that you've got the best chance of remembering what it is you've got to say. The first is you've got to be across your material. The executive speaking model of speech presentation helps you take the material you've got and bring it down to a place so you know what's in your speech. If you're not across your material, you're not going to be able to speak it. It's that simple. The second technique is to have written notes for you when you're speaking. Now, the written notes need to be your thinking structure boiled down to salient points that you need to remember. You need to prepare your notes because that's your thinking style that you need to be recalling on. The third thing is handwritten notes. Don't get an assistant to give you typewritten notes. You must write your handwritten notes if you want the greatest chance of the message coming back to you as you go. Why handwritten notes? Well, it's a thing called context-dependent recall. Have you ever written a one-word note to yourself, read that note and gone, I know what that means? When you see that one word, it brings back a whole flood of memories for you that relate to that one word and help expand what it is you need to remember. If you see that same word written out, word processed in a Word document style, you don't get that context-dependent recall because you didn't create that note, the computer did. Handwriting the notes will help you remember more. It's just another way that you can use your information, the way you stand up, present, to become the leader you need to be.
Darren, Nick here. I just got back from Hong Kong. The conference went really well. I was very happy with how it all progressed. I was a bit concerned about the scheduling of my session, which was actually scheduled to be the last session on the last day. And as a result, it kept me quite anxious for the whole week. However, all the prep work really did pay off and the session went really well. As it happened, being the final session meant that it was my message they were left with as they all returned home, which was probably a really good thing. And I must say that the attendees were quite patient through the whole week. Every session was sort of like death by PowerPoint. And as it turned out, I received quite a lot of good comments about my use of PowerPoint. As you're probably aware, 6 slides and 3 of them were blank. And that really works. So thanks very much indeed for all your help. And I certainly wouldn't have been able to do this a couple of years ago without all your assistance. So thanks again. Speak to you soon. Ciao.